Hello, my name's Damien. Just another boring Saturday morning in Sheffield, England. I've had a funny old week. My emotions have been up and down like crazy. I sometimes let them get away with things, and I don't see why I should let my emotions win all the time. But that's the way things are. Unfortunately, there's no I can do about it. But I can try and make things better by trying to keep calmer. And at times like this, it's hard to keep calm because there's so much unusual things going on. People are dying. People are saying that COVID doesn't exist when it does. So many restrictions. We don't know what we're supposed to do. Now we've been told we can't even sing. But I tell you what, it's going to be a time when people say no. And I hope that day doesn't come yet. I hope we get through this pandemic and move on and learn from it instead of hating people. Sadly to say that the pandemic has brought the good in people out, and it's also brought the worst of us out. We are so opinionated on everything these days that we don't see the end result. All we see is our rights have been taken away when they haven't. Because if we didn't have these restrictions, then we wouldn't have a life to be taken away, would we? We'd be dead. It's not just a common flu. It's a new virus, and there's nothing we can do about it. We have to wear a mask, end of story. We got through the 1918 pandemic, and we certainly can get through this one. I hope you understand that I'm not preaching. I'm just saying things the way I see them. I'm not intelligent. I'm not a scientist. I'm not even Trump. I just believe that there has to be calm and patience in this for all of us, me included. I get frustrated so many times when I see on the news COVID this, COVID that, COVID everything else. It would be nice if you didn't have to repeat everything every day. You know, if you said one news statement and that was it, not going on about it every half an hour. And it's the same with CNN in America. They are constantly talking about Trump. Nothing else matters. It's like the same news. It's like one article after another is COVID or Trump. And they have to repeat themselves over and over again. Why can't we just have a news with different news on the hour instead of the same crap what we have to listen to today? We know how many people's dying and we know how bad the disease is. But it would be nice to see something positive on the news rather than COVID. It's overexposing it. Anyway, I hope I'm not moaning. I'm trying not to moan and trying not to judge. But for me personally, I find it depressing that you have to watch on news all the time, COVID, 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 and they wonder why people are suffering from mental illness. I'm suffering it because I see it on the bloody news every day. Why can't we just have a different news article on every half an hour? Or something different than the same article. Boris Johnson says we can't play board games now. Well, that's going to stop me playing board games. And what we're going to do, police, is when we're playing board games or singing that karaoke, they're going to arrest us for singing out of tune. I mean, I'm not going nowhere at Christmas because I've got diabetes and I don't want to risk it. But telling people they can't play board games, it's horrible. If you can play board games with a mask on, we go in shops every day, walk past people in grocery shops every day. Some people don't even wear a mask. And they're telling us not to play board games and dancing. That's a load of crap. Music helps people. We can dance 2 meters apart, for goodness sake, surely. It's just some rules are simple, some rules are just completely ridiculous. It's like they're just dreaming them up so they can keep an eye on us. Anyway, there's a lot of other things happened this week. I've been angry for the last 9 months about somebody, about my ex-partner, who decided to dump me so I could go out with my mate. He never once apologised for it, and I held it in for 9 months, and I'm now walking away from that friendship. Nothing will get me back there because it's too painful, and they've never once apologised. Anytime I get upset over anything, they block me. So that's the end of Liam Bennett and Jonathan Hughes. As to more positive thing, I've got all my Christmas cards ready to post. Luckily, I can still post them, and post office is still open. One thing and I don't know the last date to Central America, but I'll find that out at some point. I just can't believe that 3 weeks on Friday it'll be Christmas Day. And I'm just so glad to see the back of this year. Next year might be the same, these what you call it, vaccines are in place, but we don't know if they're going to work or not, but it's a chance for them to work. So, and there was something good I did see last night, and that was The Mandalorian Chapter 13. When I saw Ahsoka Tano, whatever her name is. I used to watch her on the Clone Wars, and she was my favourite character, and I saw her in the Rebels. I'm so glad that she's now got a live character. It's brilliant to see. She was everything that I expected. I hope we see her again in The Mandalorian, or at least some sort of spin-off series about her. Disney's doing okay now. Hopefully they'll keep Kathleen Kennedy away from Star Wars, otherwise it's going to be messed up again. Like Palpatine says, Kathleen Kennedy, the dark side of the Force reaches out to some people call unnatural. That's Kathleen Kennedy's version of Star Wars. It would have been good to see Anakin Skywalker. I can't understand what her brain were working on when they decided to cut all these scenes. It would have been better than the crap that we saw on screen. Like, how the hell? One question, how the hell did all them spaceships come out of the ground? Have they been buried there for 30 years? Palpatine raises all these ships out of the ground. Where were the crew in all this? Were the crew hibernating? Or were they working? Where have they all come from? My main concern at the moment is I'm now in a great relationship, and I'm always fighting and messing it up. And hope to God I never do. A relationship works both sides. You've got to give and take, and you've got to keep your calm down, and I'm trying to do that. The man I'm in love with is brilliant. He's younger than me, but it was his choice to chase after me, and I'm glad he did. I feel alive. I feel brilliant. Tired because I'm not sleeping well. But I'm alive. And that's the main thing. We're all alive. We're not dead. We've got to live life to the full, the best we can. Because this isn't forever. Tomorrow's a different day. It might seem in Groundhog Day at the moment, but we're not. And it upsets me when I see people in America not wearing masks. And it really, really upsets me. I wish they would. But it's their choice.